Hi, Advanced Chem. This is Miss Sprecher, and this video is going to go over just the basics of how I have things organized in the Canvas page. If I find later on that we need more tutorials, I will put those up, but this is just to get us started. So give me a moment and I'm going to share my screen. So again, this is going to be the landing page for all of your Canvas courses. All of you are upperclassmen at this point. So this is going to look a little different than previous years. So what you're going to see is, again, here's my email contact. So anytime you have questions, you could always go there and it will link you up. But you will see the same setup across all of your courses. So I just want to focus on what is different on mine, which is going to be, of course, the daily agenda, the course materials, and the calendar. So again, these are all linked. You will also see on the left here, some of these you could go to directly, and I'll show you that option as well. So every day, you pretty much are going to go to daily attendance, or daily agenda, sorry. And what you're going to see is I'm going to link it to a Google set of slides. And so what you're going to see is probably a weekly calendar for you to kind of see what we're doing every day. And if I put this into present mode, it'll be easier to read. I will always put a link up here for the Zoom. I will show you also where you could find that link, and that's going to be for this class going forward, unless something happens and I will have to change it. What I'm thinking of doing, and this is how we're going to start off, is this is what we're doing in class on Zoom together. We're going to have part of our period together and then part of it on your own. And then I will have a homework section where you could know what is for homework. So that's going to be what we call the daily agenda. And that's going to be pretty much the same across all of your classes. Just what it's linked to is going to be a little different. Now, course materials, what I decided to do is just link it to the modules. So over here on the left where you see modules, again, this might be hidden depending upon if you click on that box. Modules is going to get you to the same place. At this point, that's how I'm going to link it up. If I find something works better, I will change it up. So what you're going to see in my modules, and I'll try to move things to the top of the module so you always know where you are. So here I put another link to our Zoom meeting. So if you didn't want to go to the daily agenda, you could go there. Here's my syllabus, order of topics, and some things that we might use this year, we might not. But those are going to be what we call a general document section. And then you're going to see me organize things according to units. So unit 1. And you're going to see where I have a notes section, and then I'm going to have things underneath it. Now, what I have done for advanced is I have given you a link to a set of Google Notes that I have printed out for you, but you won't get them until next week because of the handouts for sophomores, juniors, and seniors. But that is the note packet, and then underneath each one of the note packets, I have put my videos. Okay, now I have put all of the note videos together, but I also have a web page, and I will put, excuse me, a YouTube page where I have all of my videos together. So what you're going to see is I've tried to, as best as I can, include videos for any time we are doing any kind of notes. Then what you're going to see is I've broken it down into quizzes and labs as well. So quizzes are going to be formative and then what we call summative, and then labs are going to be different this year. So just understand that sometimes we're going to be doing a lab with a video, sometimes we're just going to have class discussions, it just depends. So this is always going to be your place to go. So again, modules will get you here, or you could again go to that front page and hit course materials, it will get you there as well. Okay, until further notice, that's kind of how we're going to organize things. Now, I will also have a place for assignments and quizzes over here, but I will also put them in the modules. So we'll kind of discuss, you know, what works best for you guys in terms of organization. Let me know, saying this doesn't look right, you know, can we put this here versus there? I'd be happy to do that. And so the last thing I want to talk about on the front page is what I call the calendar. Again, the campus student, everything else is going to be the same across all classes. So the first 3 are always going to be different for each class. Now I'm going to do a Google Calendar. I'm not going to do a calendar through Canvas. Just because there's so much uncertainty this year, I don't know how I'm going to do a calendar effectively. So this is always going to be what I link essentially to what we're doing on the daily agenda. So you could always use the daily agenda just to kind of keep track, but if you want to see ahead of schedule what we're doing next Tuesday or whatever, you can do that. Now, please realize that this is going to be very much in flux. I'm one of those teachers that usually has things planned out, but this year is going to be very, very different. So this is where I'm going to kind of plan out week by week. And so this might change depending upon how quickly or how slowly we're getting through the material. But that is always going to be linked on the front page. So it's going to be my calendar, and it's going to go to a Google Calendar. And it will be linked with, again, the daily agenda. These are going to be individual slides that we're going to, again, do day by day. And this is, again, just because of the feedback from remote learning from the spring, of just to try to be consistent across all classes. So that's the general gist of where you could find information. Again, if we need more tutorials, I will put more videos up in the future.